Faded Camos, Stories of the Off-Season are brought to you by Frigid Forage, Northwoods Mapping, Advanced Habitat Solutions, and Twisted Timber Tree Stands.
All right, here it is. We just pulled into one of our favorite secluded clover plots. It's going to be a good spot. We're going to go and assess the situation and come up with a game plan. Okay, right now we're at one of our favorite food plots. It's been in clover for the past few years. Last year we noticed a lot of weeds that were starting to come up, and this year it's kind of looking the same, but there's still a lot of good clover underneath here. So we're standing here today with Jeff Nelson from Advanced Habitat Solutions, and we just kind of want to get his opinion. Should we disc it under? Should we frost seed, or what do you think we should do?
Well, there's a couple options. Option one would probably be get rid of all this weed growth, get all the stuff either with a controlled burn, which wouldn't take much because there's not a whole lot, or we can just kind of rake it up, get it out of the way, or we can retill it. So I guess there's a few other options.
Well, what are your thoughts on frost seeding, coming in and just broadcasting seed right on top? We're going to get rain this week, next week. What do you?
If you want to go that route, that'd be perfect. You can do that. You know, you can still get rid of the weed competition that's here, which I mean, it's already dead. It's going to pretty much all go away. Mowing,
obviously, too, once it's starting to come up.
Yep.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, any of the weeds that that are living. I mean, we're talking right now about all the dead foliage and stuff, but any of the new stuff, even either a herbicide or clethodim, or get in here with the mower will take care of most of the competition.
Okay, and herbicide too, you're thinking like an arrow, like spray. I mean, that's a herbicide that won't kill the clover.
Yep.
But it'll kill all the competition, weeds and the grass.
Yep. Arrow or a clethodim.
Okay.
That'll take care of it.
All right. All right, after walking around with Jeff and getting some of his advice and seeing the clover growth that's already here and some of the clover growth that is still coming up underneath the weeds, I think what we're going to do is best bet is just to come in and frost seed it. I mean, why mess up an existing clover plot that's coming in good? Mm-hmm. And I think just mowing it throughout the season is going to keep the weeds in check, bring the clover up, and I think that's probably the right thing to do. So
I think so. Cost effective, and throw a utilization cage on the middle, see how it's doing, and you'll see how the deer are moving. We already saw a couple coming in, so.
Yeah, so that's going to be the plan. We're going to keep you updated on this plot as it progresses and frost seed it. One of the reasons that we like to frost seed is that we can get in there early, we can broadcast the seed on the ground, and as the ground thaws and unthaws, or rains or snows, that seed just automatically works itself down into the ground. It's a great way to get good seed to soil contact and let Mother Nature and the weather work to our advantage. Well, I hope today's little segment has been informative for you. I know it's been a lot of fun for us, and having Jeff Nelson with Advanced Habitat Solutions helped even that much more. So a big thanks to you, Jeff. It's a great spot, so it should be fun to watch as this plot progresses. Now, speaking of plots, we're going to go to a North Metro property that Tim Filowich has been managing for a couple of years, and we're going to check out his plot and see how that looks too.
We're up here in the North Metro, and this is one of my favorite spots. This is actually a property I've been hunting since about 2007. I've got a lot of history here. This plot we're standing on right now, we broke ground first on this plot in 2010. That year we had an incredible big and beastie plot, and I actually killed a deer off it that year. It was an incredible year. From there, the big and beastie died out, so what we did is we turned it into a clover plot. Every year I'll put a little trophy clover in here, and then sometimes I'll buy a little rape and put that in here as well. The deer love that. But what's happened over the last couple years is this plot is sort of, I don't want to say died out, because we get a lot of good clover growth. Either one, the deer are overgrazing this plot, not giving the clover a chance to really come up, or two, we got soil issues. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to switch gears a little bit. I'm not going to come in here, I'm not going to frost seed this plot. I'm not going to put more seed down here until I know exactly what's going on. So one, we're going to put an exclusion cage up. We're gonna mark off a little area somewhere in here to see what kind of growth we get without the browse. And number two, we're gonna do a soil test. Frigid Forage offers soil test kits. All you do is you take the kit, you come out to your plot, and what we're gonna do this today. We're gonna go to 4 different spots on this particular plot. We're gonna get a bunch of dirt, mix it up from each different spot. Want different elevations, different areas of the plot. We're gonna put all that soil together, we're gonna mix it up, we're gonna put it in the pack, and we're gonna send it off to the lab. What's that gonna tell us is the pH level. It's gonna tell us what we need for fertilizer, what the actual makeup of the soil is, to make sure we have a nutrient-rich soil that's gonna provide the nutrition that the clover needs to grow and be robust. So I strongly recommend, if you're gonna break new ground on a new plot, or even plant on an existing plot after a couple years since you've done a soil test, get out there and do it. It's a really inexpensive way to make your plot that much better. All you gotta do, 4 different spots on the plot, mix some dirt together, and then send that off to the laboratory. They're gonna give you a printout of exactly what you need to make that soil nutrient rich, and it's gonna grow a great plant, crop, whatever you wanna put in that plot. It's gonna do that much better. Well, it's been a great day. We got some seed in the ground. We looked at our plots. Thanks to Jeff Nelson for coming out and giving us some input. I think moving forward, we got a really good plan for these particular plots.
And speaking of plans, we've got another plot we want to show you in a couple weeks. Big and beastie, plow down. Don't want to give too much away. We'll save that for the next episode. So come back in a couple weeks and we'll keep you informed of what's going on there too.
Yeah, thanks for watching.